let me tell you the story of what's going on with basketball in Nigeria. The leadership of the Nigeria Basketball Federation, they have ended their relationship with the head coach of the senior women's basketball team. We call them the D Tigers. His name is Coach Sam Vincent. The decision was taken after extensive consultations and assessment of the team's progress in camp ahead of the 2018 FIBA Women World Cup that will take place in Tenerife, in Spain. Babs Ogunade is the vice president of the Nigeria Basketball Federation. He joins us now on the program. Good evening, Babs. Welcome to Sports Tonight.
Good evening.
Okay, it's good to have you join us. We saw the press statement, the NBBF. Aside what they quoted about unprofessionalism, what is the major reason for letting go of Coach Sam Vincent?
There is no major reason. It was purely his attitude was purely unprofessional, and we thought it was not necessary. It was necessary for him now for us to separate, to part ways, because he said he had issues with coming to camp and taking on the players, but we had agreed that he will take charge of the players from July to September. But we saw that he was, even though he had said that he had issues with camping, that he had a lot of camps to hold in Oman, in Bahrain, in Qatar, we had said that, we had agreed that he will give us time to, he will find time to tutor our players. Simply because we have a long-standing relationship with him. But as time went on, we discovered that he didn't have the time, and we couldn't risk him not taking charge properly. So we thought it was better for us to part ways on a very friendly note.
So it's barely 49 days to the World Cup in Spain. Did the NBBF consider continuity, going by the fact that Coach Sam Vincent led this women's team to victory in Mali?
Yeah, Mali is Mali. Mali is gone. Mali is done. There are players who transited from Mali to now, and the other players who have joined them in camp. So, it's a new mix. But, Mali is Mali. Mali is gone, yes. And we thank him sincerely for putting that together. And we worked well together with him in Mali. But, yes, going forward, if there are lapses that we both cannot come to terms with sorting out, it's best to part ways. So.
Okay, so we hear that the NBBF has also appointed Otis Ugly to lead the team. How much of how confident is the NBBF that he can continue where Coach Sam Vincent stopped?
Without disregarding the importance of coaches, the players are pros. They're professional. So please. The matter of Otis Hewley being appointed as the coach is not completely true. There are other coaches that we're looking at, but he's the one that's readily available. So he will take charge as an interim coach. If indeed we find another coach to take charge, we will look his or her way. Don't forget, these are the female team, and the WNBA season is coming to an end, so the whole of coaches.
Sounds good. So
it's a World Cup.
So are you saying there's no contract yet for Otis Ugly?
We are talking. We're talking, and he's receptive to our terms. So like I said, he's one that's readily available, and we're talking to him. Very good resume. And but hey, we're in for a continuous improvement. So all of it is not cast in stone.
I must say thank you so much, Babs Ogunade, for your time. We appreciate you for talking to us. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so that's the Vice President of the Nigeria Basketball Federation, just putting more light to this parting of ways between the NBBF and Coach Sam Vincent. We'll get to the other side now. Let's go to Orlando, Florida. That's where Coach Sam Vincent is chilling out. He joins us now live on the program. Good evening, Coach Sam Vincent. Welcome to Sports Tonight. Okay, so hopefully we're going to get Coach Sam Vincent. If you can hear me, it's good to have you on the program. We were discussing this press statement that we got from the Nigeria Basketball Federation, saying you are no longer the coach of the D Tigers. Have you received any formal letter to this?
No, I have not received any formal letter. I did receive an email from President Keita stating exactly what has been read in a lot of the social media, but there was no phone call and there was no letter from the federation.
Okay, let's talk about some of the allegations that have been thrown at you, that you found guilty of abandoning the team due to conflicting professional engagements. Have you given 100% of your time to the D Tigress?
Well, I think mainly this is really why I wanted to have a chance to voice a little bit of my side of the story. I think for those who have been connected to Nigerian women's basketball as long as I have, which is 2002, where we won the African Championship in Mozambique and then went on to the Olympics. There's never been any question around whether or not my full focus or my full attention is going to be given at any time when I'm on the job. And last summer, when I was called ahead of the Nations Cup in Bamako, 1 week before training camp was going to start, I didn't hesitate to jump in. I jumped in. There was no coach on deck at that time. Hosted the camp here in Orlando, along with Mfon Adoka, pulled all the logistics together to make the camp happen. And again, gave 100% commitment of my time to get through what was a very tough Mali tournament. So for anyone to question my passion, my commitment, my drive around the women's team, to me, it's just a big insult, and why I really wanted to come on and say that there's no other commitments, there's no other jobs, there's no other anything that had my focus other than trying to get this team prepared to win a medal.
Okay, so Coach, just stay right there. Hold your thoughts. I'll come back to you. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're taking a look at basketball management in Nigeria. The NBBF, they've said they've parted ways with Coach Sam Vincent, who was the coach of the D Tigress that won the AfroBasket, the last AfroBasket for women in Mali. We have the coach with us now, but let's go on this break. When we come back, what would this do to the D Tigers and their quest to impress at the World Cup in Spain? Coach Sam Vincent will talk to us. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. You can be part of the program. Remember, you can talk to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels-Sports. We're taking a look at everything that is going down in our world of sports. Particularly, our interest is on the athletics championships in Asaba and also basketball management in Nigeria. The NBBF, they've said they've parted ways with Coach Sam Vincent. It has been alleged that the coach isn't giving enough time to the D Tigress as they prepare for the walk into Sam Vincent. Let's get back to that conversation. So let's go back to Orlando, Florida, where Coach Sam Vincent is with us. Coach, so you've said that you've given the team your time and then you've been committed. Now that the NBBF have asked you to step aside, what's going to happen to the preparatory plans of the D Tigress? You think it's going to affect their performance at the World Cup in Spain?
Well, again, that's my biggest concern. We've got a great group of ladies. They worked very hard to reach 8-0 in Bamako. And we ran a certain offensive system, a certain defensive system. And I'm sure, with the addition of a few ladies, the team could be strengthened to be even stronger for the World Cup. But I think now, if you change the offense, you change the defense, then clearly you run the risk of starting all over, having to implement new offense, new defense, and obviously that's something that's not proven. Whereas 8-0 is pretty proven.
Mm. Coach, let me test the love you have for this team that you led to victory. If you have a chance to appeal this decision by the NBBF, will you take it?
Clearly I would. I think, first of all, you have to understand the work and the commitment that went into last year's successful run in Bamako. Whenever you win in the Africa Championship, it's always tough. You're facing the referees, you're facing the home crowd, you're facing the challenges just in being in the host city. So for our ladies to pull all that together and go in and defeat a strong Senegalese team and beat them handily twice at the final match by over 20 points, it means you have a chemistry, you have a system that's proven and working. And how you change that and go to something different ahead of an even bigger competition is to me, is just really unfair to the ladies and the team who worked so hard to prepare.
Mm. Okay, so but to tell us, what have you said to the NBBF? You say you got a letter from the president. What was your response to that email?
Well, my response has been that I'm in disbelief and disappointed in that decision. I think if it was a matter of believing that I was spending too much time away, when that couldn't be the case because I was just away, campus just started, then surely it's a matter of having a conversation. You can have a discussion, and from that you can, figure out where things are going, if it's to the left or to the right. But none of that took place. So it leads me to believe that there were other agendas. Of course, at the end of the last tournament, we had Mfong Adoka, who was there as a general manager and did a fantastic job. And of course, things change. But again, in trying to stay consistent with chemistry, sometimes these little things make a big difference. And I think the addition of Mactabin Amakri was one that, the ladies on the team are still trying to adjust to, still trying to figure out exactly how to create the proper communication path. And these are just subtle changes that, before such a major event, you want to try to eliminate.
Mm-hmm. Coach, we must say thank you so much for speaking to us tonight, and all the best with your basketball coaching career. I will hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. I enjoyed being on.
Thank you. So that's it. We can now say former D Tigers coach Sam Vincent. Still saying, look, I've got love for the team. If I have a chance to come back, I will come back. But it seems the NBBF, they're done with him.